Hi, g'day everyone, and welcome to another episode of Paranormal and Cryptid Adventures. My name is Craig, and I'm being observed by my son Samuel in the background. He'll come in and say hello a little bit later. Today we are here to talk about a continuation of our YOWIE communication sessions. Now, for those who don't know, I have a friend named Fifi. Her details are in the description. She runs a business. She is a gifted healer, medium, energy healer, or whatever you want to call it. Very, very good at what she does, and I use her to communicate with a Yowie that has revealed itself to be named Najikam, and all sorts of interesting stuff. We've done these communications before. This is just the next session. If you want to know more about our sessions, you need to go and check them out in my channel. And we have Samuel here. Hi, Samuel. So Samuel's going to sit with us for as long as he wants. He's got his little sticker. Show everyone your sticker. Okay. All right, so Samuel's going to sit here while we do this session because why not? Okay, you go back there, buddy. You go back there. Thank you for showing everyone your sticker. The joys of being a father and a YouTuber all at once. You're a good boy. All right, so this communication session is about 20 odd questions. Some of them with very little weight, some of them very, very cool. So I'm just going to crack open. I'll be reading off this, so don't, judge me for reading off the page here. So the first question, am I speaking with Najikam? We needed to check if I was indeed speaking with Najikam or another Yowie, and yes, speaking with Najikam. Question, can you tell me a little about the history of your people? Are you native to this planet? Najikam said, we have been here since the beginning. We caretake the planet and move through dimensions. Then he goes on to say, it doesn't make sense to me from my perspective, those words native to this planet. We are all from spirit. So, you okay?
I didn't harm myself.
Okay, good boy. Falling over in the background. Okay, I've got to keep doing this. It's going to take forever. So, from his perspective, our native place is spirit. So they've been here from the beginning, whether that's their beginning or the planet's beginning. Oh, it's just their beginning. But yeah, next one. Oh, this is something that Fifi added in. I'm just going to read it verbatim because it was quite interesting. She goes, at this point, I was distracted by a tractor at my window slashing grass. Najikam asked what was up. I just said, mad humans here. He was in hysterics. I guess it's funny when we can see the alienness of our own species. So... yeah, take that what you want. Hi, Samuel. You on here again? No, I think you're on the camera.
I'm on camera.
Daddy and Samuel present communications with Najikam. I love you, buddy. All right, next one. I ask, I've heard your kind being described as older brothers to humans. What do you think of this description? Is it accurate? Najikam said, the Yowie said, yes, I am like the gatekeeper between us. I am like the gatekeeper between us. So yes, like an older brother and like a gatekeeper. A gatekeeper to what? Are they like spiritual gatekeepers? What are they? That's really interesting. I am the gatekeeper between us. Next question. Is the purpose of... now, what's going to come up in this next question is something that I've been exploring a little bit. There was a bloke who reached out to me, and right now I've forgotten his name. I'm so sorry. You'll know who you are if it's you. Thank you, because I'm still exploring this. Talking about earth acupuncture and geopathic stress. I'm not going to go too much into it now. But anyway, I asked, is the purpose of balancing earth energies to remove geopathic stress? In other words, removing negative energy distortions due to human activity? This is what I asked. He said, yes, the earth needs help due to the human unconsciousness, but she's waking up to it now. So yes, the earth needs their help due to our unconscious behavior, but the planet is waking up to it now. I don't know what that means, the planet is waking up to it now. I'm not sure what that means, but we move on. I said, it seems that you allow certain humans to see you, but not everyone. Is this true? And if so, why? Answer. Because they are capable of seeing us and also to awaken them. Likewise, some animals in nature don't run away from conscious humans. They aren't holding any fear. So that dovetails into something else that's been discussed before about the role that humans' fear response plays in this. I do believe that to be able to see these things in any significant way, apart from you passed by them or you saw them in the bush by accident, I believe that there needs to be no fear response from you. You need to hold no fear towards these beings. I just picked my nose on camera. Sorry about that. Next one. Are you attracted to humans with certain blood types? There's been a lot of talk about, I think it's Rh negative blood type and a role in alien abduction as well. So the answer, no. Just no. They're not attracted to certain people with certain blood types. Do you seek people out in any way? And if so, for what reason? Interestingly, the answer was yes. Yes, in respect of spirit, we meet and connect. This is an internal experience with someone. So they can seek people out and connect internally with them. Now, whether that means mind speak, whether that means third eye, alternate dimension, higher realities, I'm not sure. But yes, they can seek people out. It's very interesting. In spirit, within an internal process. Question. Are our two species meant to live together? Are our fate or destinies connected in any way? There's reasons I asked this question. I'm not going to go into them yet. Najikam said, spirit orchestrated life. If this is part of the destiny, then it will be. Now that line, spirit orchestrated life, that's huge. There's a really good book called Biocentrism. I have it somewhere. I don't know where. I have it in my bookshelf. It's called Biocentrism. And the whole book is about a theory that I've held close to my heart for many years now, which is basically that before there was anything at all, there was consciousness. And that consciousness is what dreamed this into being. That this is all the experience of a consciousness seeking to experience itself. So spirit orchestrated life, it makes sense because I feel that your physical vehicle changes in response to your spiritual essence. I could go on and on and on about this, and one day in a video I just might. But if you're interested in this theory, check out Biocentrism. I think this response plays right into that Biocentrism basket. Okay, question. Would your lives be better off without humans in it at all? Would you even need to be here if humans weren't here? Answer. Yes, the planet would be better without humans, but it is where we are all at right now. So that's interesting. So the planet would be better without humans, but basically it is what it is. We are where we are. Be careful of all that, okay, Baba? You can watch. You're like my director. All right, next question. Okay. Shh. All right, next question. Could you describe to me your physical appearance in detail? This answer let me down, man. The answer is, in your mind's eye, that's an interesting key. In your mind's eye, I can be perceived as a normal, tall Yowie.
Dad.
Monkey, put your shirt down, please. Come on, I'm trying to do the video, okay? I can't talk to you all the time. So, in your mind's eye, I can be perceived as a normal, tall Yowie. I don't know about that answer. I don't like that answer. That's, I don't know. It's just a cop-out of an answer. I'm not a fan of that answer. Moving on. Okay. My intentions in researching your kind is to spread awareness and understanding about you to other humans. Many humans have a fear response, and I wish to try and change that. Is this something you support? Is there a different approach you would prefer me to take? Answer. There can be no encounter that's productive with humans with a fear response. It's their madness. Maybe if it was more of a healthy curiosity of my kind by a human, the connection could occur in spirit. For people to reconnect to themselves and their own wisdom instead will help. So for people to reconnect, in other words, you need to be spiritually, not advanced, but you need to be spiritually aware and need to be able to get into those alternate states, open up that crown chakra, use your third eye. All these sorts of things are speaking the Yowies language from the sounds of it. So, and they seem to be very keen on humans getting back to this more spiritual stance, reconnecting with nature, reconnecting with our essence instead of living for things and, as the Buddhists would say, dukkha, suffering. It seems like this, actually I should ask about Buddhist beliefs, because it really seems like they're reflecting the Buddhist belief of disattachment from things, of letting go of ego and all these sorts of things. It seems that they're hinting at that. I might ask about that in the future, but that was an interesting response. Next one. Do you have a family? Could you please describe them to me? I have a family. My wife named Renee, a daughter named Harper, and a son named Samuel. My children see your kind as friends. So, this is what he said to me for that. He said, yes, children. This is a really weird answer, okay? Yes, children, but one more connected with spirit so they can see and understand us. Not like your version of a family. It's more like elders and one chosen to do a task here because of their level of consciousness. So their family feels more like a team that are here doing the same job to rebalance earth energies and to do their guardians of the earth. What did I call them? Earth keepers. I can't remember the name that we have them. So it's more like elders and ones who chose to do a task here because of your level of consciousness. So I don't believe that their concept of family is through birth and generations. Maybe because they are living more in spirit and more therefore eternal in essence, that they don't necessarily have a physical bloodline, so to speak, because physical is only one aspect of who they are, most likely the lesser aspect. I believe more so, don't touch the screen, Baba. I believe that they're more likely to be energy beings, and therefore other energy beings that are in their tribe would be more like a family. That's how I'm reading into it. The thing about, yes, children are more connected with spirits, they can see and understand us. I think he was answering the wrong question there. I think he heard children and just basically answered an unasked question, which is that children are more connected with spirit and children are able to see them and communicate with them. So that will be really interesting when I take Samuel camping. Now, there's been a lot written around the world about Yowies and Bigfoots and Sasquatches taking kids and taking women. We don't know how true that is, but there has been a lot written about that. Maybe that's because they can communicate with children. I don't know. That's super interesting. There could be layers to that one. All right, now. Right, we're getting through it. Now we're up to Brendan. Now, for those who don't know, old mate Brendan finances these sessions. So right in the middle of this session, before we get to his questions, he has a right for paying for these sessions. The guy earns himself some questions, and he asks really good questions anyway, so it's like a perfect match. But just wanted to say a big, massive, huge thanks to Brendan once again. Dude, you know how much I appreciate it, but, you know, this one's out there in the open, so thank you so much. We always appreciate it. Don't we, Samuel? Samuel, say thanks, Brendan.
Thanks, Brendan.
Say it in the camera. Come here.
Thanks, Brendan.
Good boy. There you go. You got an extra thanks, mate. All right. So here's questions. And there's a really cool answer to this. Is your understanding that the Earth and other planets or stars... So this, I like this one. Is it your understanding that the Earth and other planets, stars, are conscious beings? Are ley lines an expression of the Earth's being? Answer. Yes, but it's at a slower rate of Earth awakening to what's happening on it. That didn't make any sense. Ley lines, yes, are Earth's energy fields, and deeper points of connection to spirit. So that makes sense. Ley lines are Earth's energy fields, and if you want to connect to spirit, that's where you go, which still plays on the old thing that I really need to get to a certain location that is a very big ley line area. I really need to get there. Question 2 from Brendan. Can you communicate with the Earth, and does it have a name that you can use? Could we communicate with it? If so, how? Answer. This is really cool. We can feel the Earth like a pulse in a field of energy. She has various names. To humans, it's Gaia. To us, Wodingu. 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 So, Wodingu. I think Wodingu works for me. So, Najikam has told us that to his people, the Earth's name is Wodingu. That is super cool. Then he goes on to say, there are some humans who can feel the Earth struggle. That's interesting. What are you doing? You're getting bored. It's okay. I told you this will take a while. Almost done. Let me finish. So there are some humans who can feel the Earth's struggle. Of course, there's some humans that are more empathetic and more connected, and they understand the plight of the Earth and they're connected with it. Super interesting. Question 3. We have received information about the Earth's transition from a 3rd density to a 4th density being in recent years, around 9 years ago. Do you know about this? Are there signs that we can see of this event? Answer. The Earth will get through these changes. It's the human species that is up for extinction if it can't evolve and heal its wounds, which is why it is so disconnected from the planet, because of that disconnection in humanity. So there's a disconnection in humanity that is causing a disconnect planetary. And if we can't reconnect to spirit, reconnect to nature, according to Najikam, we're the ones that aren't going to survive. We're the ones that are up for extinction level events. Now, I'm going to be presenting more information on the thing that I've told you this a little bit about it in the past. The books are the Law of One, and that is reflecting a Law of One concept straight out, man, straight out. That the planet itself kind of evolves together as one. It's this whole thing. I can't possibly explain it to you. But if that sounds interesting to you, go check out the Law of One. See what you think. It's 5 books. They're all free PDFs online if you want them. I think they're fantastic. Question 4. You have spoken in the past about telepathy, and there are some records of Yowie Sasquatch beings communicating with humans via telepathy. In other words, mind speak. I'm almost finished, buddy. Hang in there. Does having the power to send thoughts also imply that you have the power to read thoughts from another being? Is this a power or sense that humans can unlock or access? He says, yes, humans can unlock telepathy. They can communicate telepathically. It is something that we can do. Yes, humans can unlock telepathy and communicate telepathically. A lot of species can. It's like reading the information in the air, a wave of communication, so to speak. So that's interesting. We can telepathically communicate. A lot of species can. It's like reading the information in the air. It's really cool. A wave of communication. If you just let your mind go with that, which is the whole purpose of this series, to just unleash it, let our mind go with something, that goes really far. Anyway, we're almost getting to the end. You have spoken about life as a continuum, which would indicate reincarnation, and that you may have undergone several cycles of life yourself. Do you choose to reincarnate as a Yowie each time, or have you reincarnated as other types of entities? Do you retain memories of previous lives? Cracking question. Answer. You have to work to become an Earth Keeper. It's all in spirit. We are very old beings. It's beyond reincarnation. When you're not tied to a 3D reality, we can access all information if necessary. So that's cool. It's like almost like becoming this Yowie form is something that you work towards and you earn, and it's a privilege to be able to be an Earth Keeper. It's beyond reincarnation when you're not tied to a 3D reality. It's all in spirit. We are very old beings. Super cool. Last one from Brendan. Then we have a statement at the end. Some humans have access to memories from previous lives. Is this something that we should all be able to unlock or access? If so, how? He says, no, you make it too complicated as it is. Past lives are not here now. Maybe healing the last lineage is more productive. I can see beyond form the going in and going out of form. Why would you want to hold on to or go into a life that no longer is? It's done with. So Najikam in this communication has shown a really interesting aspect of his personality. And that is very much like, why would you bother going back to previous lives? They're done. There's no progress looking backwards. So it said to me, like, if you want to meet me in spiritual realities. Don't meet me in the 3D because there's no progress in that. So it seems like this species, or at least this guy, is all about spiritual progression, about us growing as a species. And if we want to have progress and have communications, that comes with spiritual progress. This suggests that looking back at a past life is pointless. I tend to disagree a little bit. I believe in past life trauma, and that past life trauma can impact in this lifetime. But that's a whole other conversation. So very interesting though. Now, that's it. That's the questions done. Fifi did say though, and I really appreciated that she did this. She did ask Najikam if he wanted to add anything further. And I'm just going to read what he said. We're almost done, buddy. Find your way back to your spiritual essence, and this is who you are. I cannot share something that your awareness cannot comprehend. These higher dimensional experiences come through the evolution of yourself in this 3D reality and in healing your wounds. To return to your awake conscious being of spirit in a 3D reality is the challenge of humans. What I took this to mean is to return to your awake conscious spirit of being. In other words, to return to the level of spirit you had when you first arrived, before the world possessed you and corrupted you. Return to that pure essence of spirit. That is the challenge of humanity. Super deep, super interesting. Again, spiritual growth seems to be absolutely vital for humans at this point in our evolution, in our journey. And he's really encouraging us to all reconnect and really get back on that path, which is really, really interesting. I am grateful for your curiosity and passion for understanding our species, Craig. From my perspective, it looks like a vision quest. Maybe if I saw him as a spiritual guide that I can learn to tune into, it would further my spiritual progression. This should be done through my deeper consciousness. Deeper consciousness being meditation or even a dreamlike state. So he's basically saying if I can tap into him, he's happy to guide me on my vision quest, which is super cool. But more importantly, humans need to return to that original spirit, that original essence of soul that we came here with. Reconnect with nature, reconnect with ourselves, and then everything will move forward. That seems to be his message. So we did it. We got through it. Come sit on my lap while we say goodbye to everybody. Come on.
Goodbye.
Okay, so thank you very much for watching Samuel and Craig's Paranormal and Cryptid Adventures. I really hope you enjoyed that communication. I thought there were some really valuable things in there. As per usual with these communications, you have to watch them 2 or 3 times to get full value out of them. So go back and watch the whole thing again and see what you think. Put it in the comments. What are you doing? Leave your sticker. Put it in the comments. I like having chats about this. So that's it. That's the last communication session we'll do again for a while. Don't forget that Najikam also promised that he would leave a message at my base camp, at my campsite. So we'll keep looking for that. Something may have been found that may have been part of that message. I'm not sure. Almost, buddy. So yeah, so go check out my other videos. Keep your eye on the channel. Lots of exciting stuff coming. The research ain't going to sit still. It's going to keep progressing. It's going to keep getting deeper and more interesting. And I'm going to keep exploring these more unconventional ways of researching these things. Because at the end of the day, this is speculative. But at least if we allow our brains to go down the rabbit hole and then come back out, we may learn something new. And that's why I do this. I'm not saying this is fact. I'm just saying that this is definitely something that should be considered seriously. And while we're in this zone, we allow our minds to completely explore all options. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Samuel, what do you have to say to everyone to say goodbye?
Bye.
Say goodbye nicely.
Goodbye.
Say thanks for watching Daddy's channel.
Channel.
Say subscribe.
Subscribe.
Or I'm going to cry.
On grade one.
Good. Cry. Show them. Yes.
I said, make the dragon shark a wolf.
We're going to do that. Okay, everyone. Thanks for watching. Wave, Samuel. Say bye. Bye. See you next time, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
I'm still waving.
You're still waving. That's pretty funny. Okay, let's get up now.
I want to do it then.
Go, you do it.
No, you do it.
I love you so much.